How do you flick for a perfect skateboard hard flip? Imagine flipping your board with such smooth control that it feels like a dance move. That's what mastering the flick for a hard flip is all about. It's a trick that combines a frontside shove-it with a kickflip, making it look effortless once you get it right. To start, your foot placement is key. Place your back foot around 30 degrees on the middle of the tail, just a little behind the heel edge. This gives you enough leverage to scoop the tail in a frontside motion. Your front foot should be about 3 to 4 inches behind the front bolts, turned roughly 50 to 80 degrees toward the nose. This angle helps your toes flick the board effectively without interfering with the spin. When you pop the tail, do it with your back foot, pushing down firmly. As you do this, simultaneously scoop the tail frontside with your back foot. This scoop is what makes the board spin horizontally. At the same time, your front foot's toes should slide off the edge of the board, flicking upward toward the nose. Think of it as a quick, sharp kick that flips the board vertically. The flick itself is mostly done with your front toes. It needs to be sharp and quick, flicking off the edge at a slight upward angle. This motion flips the board over your legs while it spins frontside. As the board flips, lift your back foot up and away from the board to give it space to spin freely. Jump high enough to stay clear of the board's path and tuck your legs to avoid hitting the board during the flip. The goal is to catch the board with your front foot once it completes the flip and spin. Practice popping and scooping in sync, then add the flick with your front toes. Focus on the timing of the scoop and flick, as well as jumping high enough to let the board spin fully. Remember, the flick is a quick, controlled motion with your front toes, not a lazy kick. The flick should be sharp and precise, flipping the board vertically while the scoop spins it horizontally. Building your flick strength and timing comes from practicing the pop, scoop, and flick separately before combining them. Keep experimenting with your foot angles and placement until you find what feels most natural. With patience and consistent practice, your hard flip will become smooth, stylish, and effortless.